Got brainworms and it caused countdown syndrome.
Just walk up to the checkout counter in a shop. Go, give me a vowel. Just give me a vowel, mate, please.
Just give me one. I really need a vowel, man. Just give me one. Just give me one. Honestly, I don't have a vowel. Just give me A, E, I. Okay.
You just stood there asking for vowels and consonants.
Did you just say A, E, I, O, K? Because K is not a vowel.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Killer Rabbit Podcast. I'm your host, Sam. I'm joined by Mr. Adam Chase. He's right there.
Hello, I am.
And there's Benson as well. He's right there.
Wow, another really quick introduction.
He
Not
loves
even give
these
me a
Well,
chance
do you know
to
why?
talk.
I'm trying to.
Do you know why?
What? Why?
Because I've got some really important information. Yeah, I've got some really important information again.
Breaking news, though.
Just like last week.
Breaking news.
Is it
I'm
breaking?
getting really bad deja vu. Stop this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, yeah, we only
No.
recorded that 2 days ago. So, right now, listeners haven't even heard that yet.
I know they
what you're
haven't.
talking
But I'm getting deja vu, and it's sounding very much like the intro of last one. And do you know why it's sounding very much like the intro of last one? Because we missed out episode 34, which means that today is really episode 50.
Oh, that is so
now we're
confusing.
on 50 episodes. That's excellent.
So this
We
is
are
the
now,
real
we've now officially
episode
done
50.
more than the original OG Killer Rabbit.
No, let's not go into all of that again.
No.
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
So have you got a
All
middle
the
section,
rabbit.
Benson, where we can come up with as many different
I
car
did.
varieties
I
of
did.
vegetables?
I did have one, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm refusing to ever do one again.
Too many roller coasters.
Well, I'm going to play
It's
some
too-
audio now about a bathtub and Jeremy Vine, you know, so let's just
Oh.
rip ourselves off.
It's all the same.
Nostalgia,
Like
man.
Groundhog Day.
How is everybody's faces?
Feeling facey.
How's my face?
Yeah, how's your face specifically?
Adam, you describe it. How's your week been? Weeky. How's your face? Facey.
Facey.
It's just
What else is it meant to be? That my face feels like my face. It's having a face day.
I've been.
Mine's not.
Is
Mine's
it not
having a face
facing?
day.
Is it not
No.
facing right today?
You know, never look in the mirror and think, is that my face?
I don't.
Sure
I
that's
try
my
and
face?
avoid looking in the mirror.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a way of avoiding it.
It's good. It's good.
So you just got to assume that your face is facey then when really it could look like
It
anything.
feels
It could feel like
facey.
anything.
I don't know what it
Oh,
looks
feels
like.
facey.
I don't-
Okay. It looks very nice. It looks very nice. So, important question of the day, guys, is how do you like your bacon? I need to know this.
Crispy.
I like it
Crispy.
crispy with the fat on, but browned. Browned and
Yeah,
crispy.
Crispy with the fat on, but brown. But not.
Then-
I don't like the only the fat needs to be crispy. Really,
Yeah.
not the
so
rest.
let
of
that
it.
brown
Not
off,
too
and
fat,
then
yeah.
so what you
I
do
don't-
to
I
do,
don't
and
mind
if you
it
do,
cremated, man.
if you're cooking it in a frying pan, put a metal bowl on top of it, and it keeps the fat on the pan, stops it curling up, so it gets an even crisp the whole way through.
Proper.
But then you
crisp.
need 2 fluffy loaves of blood, not loaves. That's a lot.
Oh,
2
bloody
slices of
hell, how
bread,
big is this sandwich? He's doing the Elvis Presley
Two
Fool's
loaves.
loaf thing.
butter
Fool's
and
gold loaf.
ketchup, and it has to be cooked in butter as well, not
No
vegetable
ketchup,
oil.
brown sauce. And it
I'm
has
a
to be
ketchup
cooked in
man.
butter. It does have to
I'm
be
a
cooked in
ketchup
butter.
man.
No brown
ketchup
sauce.
for
Shut up,
bacon.
you Are you children? Are you children?
Sometimes I
just
can't
hate
decide
ketchup,
though,
man.
and
I
I
do
go to
hate
Greg's
ketchup.
and I get one with ketchup and one with brown sauce, and I don't give a.
You're right, though. When the fat's all stringy, that's the worst.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, American
fuck
listeners,
that.
you have weird bacon, so
You
sometimes
have
like
weird bacon.
you could hit it against the plate and it would decimate into
Snap.
like 1,000.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, but
But you can't have
American
that in a
bacon-
sandwich. Is what
Yes,
I mean.
American bacon is good for things like sticking on top of a pancake or having
Milkshake.
with chicken or in a milkshake. Why the fuck not? But in a sandwich, it just doesn't
It's
work.
not
So
right.
you need good old English back bacon.
Back bacon.
So you'll be pleased to know
Smoked or
anyway
unsmoked.
that both
I
of
like
you guys.
either, but
Sorry,
I
sorry.
prefer smoked.
Sorry,
I've
Sam.
set you off with a bacon
Yeah,
chat.
I know
No,
you were
it's
going on
just-
to a thing, but you said, how do you like it? We have to go through the
We're
specifics. So,
discussing the bacon.
so Adam,
Okay,
you
you
like smoked.
carry on about the
See, I
bacon.
also like smoked. The only issue is your whole house smells of it after. Don't
Yeah,
matter
that
what
is
doors you
very
close
true.
or what windows you open, your house smells of smoked bacon, which is nice for the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes, and then it gets a bit irritating.
You walk into
So-
the kitchen later and you're like, oh.
Yeah. So that's if you're getting smoked bacon, I have to have it cooked for me away from the house. You know,
Cook it
at
outside.
a restaurant, for example, a breakfast
Sending your
cafe.
Sending your better half to go cook it in the woods or something.
So
Cook
what
it
Sam's
Go
done
build a
for
fire.
us,
I need bacon.
Sam's prepared us numerous bacon sandwiches for us to taste test
Oh,
on the podcast.
excellent. I'm looking
From
forward.
across the internet.
Through internet bacon.
Sandwich. No, I was
This
just gonna
taste of
congratulate you
racism.
both. I was going to congratulate you both on your choice and let you know, so you're both safe in the knowledge that you are probably safe from brainworms.
From brainworms?
Brainworms. Are
From
they
brainworms.
uncooked pork?
Brainworms. Yeah,
I don't want a brainworm.
How
I
do
know
they,
you don't want a
do they
brainworm.
burrow through your brain and turn it into like an apple?
Maybe I already had a brainworm.
You know. Maybe that's
Maybe
the
I've-
problem. Maybe you've got lots of brainworms.
Have you heard when people say like new fear unlocked? This is a new fear to be unlocked for you. So, tapeworm eggs have been found in the brain of a man who suffered severe migraines, and it's
Tapeworm
believed to have been
brainworm.
caused by undercooked bacon. Well,
Oh.
there you go, guys. Do
Crisp
not
your
undercook your
bacon.
bacon. Crisp your bacon. Save yourself from brainworms.
Imagine how did they find that? Because you go to the NHS with migraines and they go, "Get over it." They don't
Here's
go,
some
"Oh,
bacon,
I bet
man."
you've got that really rare first ever instance." Of
Maybe you've got a
eggs in the
worm in
brain.
your brain.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the NHS don't tend to go down that avenue immediately.
No.
Maybe they just got lucky and they went to the only doctor in the US that suggested
Was it in the US,
brainworms
this?
for
Some
everything.
crazy
Like-
person.
Like they're going with a sore knee, and he's like,
Brainworm.
"Could be brainworms, could be brainworms."
Could be.
And then this time he was like, "Oh shit, it actually is brainworms."
I thought I was
Finally.
making it
the
up.
only time he's ever been right.
I've
It
been
was
pitching this for
brainworms.
years. Fucking brainworms, and there they are. Look at them wriggling round, the little kids. So yeah, brainworms, undercooked bacon. No, you know.
Were they eating
they
his
fit-
brain?
Well, no, it was just the eggs, so I don't think they'd hatched as yet. But they were.
They were getting there.
Have you
They
seen
were growing.
so Americans with the bacon as well? Going back to that point, and this is probably how this has happened. Unless you're getting it at a place where they cook it on a griddle or whatever, they microwave the bacon.
They're gross.
So they buy
So
packets
gross.
of bacon in like a sealed bag, and the whole thing goes in a microwave, and they microwave it.
That's wrong.
That's enough to put me off. Never mind tapeworms.
They microwave tea though as well, don't they?
They
'Cause
microwave a
don't,
lot of things.
They microwave tea like
because they don't have
cups of tea.
kettles.
Yeah, their electric is not powerful enough to power a kettle, so they
Oh,
have to
yeah.
microwave their tea.
The electric. We're going off tangent here, but bear with me. The electric sockets in America are so dangerous as well.
They're
But, like,
so
they never-
flimsy.
They're just loot. Yeah, they're just like. blech.
Of all the terrible things that the UK has going for it, we have good, solid plugs
best
and
plugs.
sockets.
The
3-prong
best.
sockets. Nothing
Three
can
With a
prongs
punch you in it.
switch.
Mm.
With a switch. You don't
a
realise
switch,
until
yeah,
you go
yeah.
abroad and like nothing has a switch.
That's a really good
Solid
point.
switch, solid switch, and you feel it. You can't. You feel with like an American style plug or plugs in from all corners of the world, really.
All,
Like you say, they're a
all
bit flimsy.
corners of the
And
world.
you just feel if you knock them, you could snap them right off those little poxy prongs.
yeah, you
Mm.
But a
do.
good, strong English plug.
Strong British plugs.
You ain't knocking that out of anything, are you? That's
No.
fucking in
You
there.
really
Once it's
That's
in, it's
anchored.
in.
That's what the third
in.
prong's for. Here is an electrical anchor. And then we've got. I didn't realize that we had stronger power over here.
more,
like,
more currents.
Yeah,
More
we've got
currents.
loads more current. Fewer
Loads more
raisins,
currents.
more currents.
So do
Yeah.
they not have? Because they have coffee machines, don't they? But that doesn't. I suppose that doesn't boil water. That just.
It has an
makes it hot
element. in it. I
water.
don't know if they. I think they can power kettles, but it's just not something they do.
I've
They don't
just-
really.
I'm just realizing now. I've never seen a kettle in America.
Yeah, they don't
There
have
you go.
kettles really.
And now you know. So they.
But
love
now
the
they can't say,
microwave
"I'll
tea,
put the
like
kettle
on."
Crazy
They
bastards.
put
No, they
the
don't say that.
bag in cold water and put it in the microwave.
Oh,
And they
fuck
wouldn't-
that.
If they had them, they wouldn't call them.
Awful.
If they had them, they wouldn't call them kettles anyway. They'd call them water warmers or something.
They'd call them
Freedom heaters.
making water 100-degree machine.
Not
anyway, back
100
to-
degrees though, is it, in America? What's it in Fahrenheit?
Ah, fuck off. It's like 147 Fahrenheit.
Back to the brain worms, anyway. Because,
Worms in your
let's go back to-
brain!
worms, brain worms, brain worms.
What would they
Brain
do? Are they
worm.
eating his brain? Oh, no, it was just eggs. I
So-
already asked that.
The man was diagnosed with neurocysticercosis caused by teniasis, which is a form of infection
I'm
from
sure
larval
you
cysts
pronounce
of the
those all
of the
correctly.
oh yeah, they were fucking butchered.
He's got cis on cis here.
just like the bacon, which was undercooked. But yeah, so it was actually got a pork tapeworm.
How did they work out it was the bacon? Did he regularly eat undercooked bacon? Was he just
I think
eating, chowing down raw bacon from the packet?
Yeah. So they said he'd not travelled to any high risk areas, where high risk of brainworms.
What are these high risk areas? Why is there not a map? It's just like, I need a brainworm high risk map. I need to know.
It's got nice weather. The economy's thriving, but brainworms.
Stay away.
Yeah, every time you book a holiday, I need to know the risk of brainworms. in the region.
Brainworms, yeah.
I think
That
it's a
should be
fair
the
thing
first
to
thing you
ask.
check for. So it's got a lovely beach, but there is
High
brainworms.
risk of brainworms.
But yeah, they realised he'd not travelled to any of these high risk areas, high risk of brainworms. But on further questioning, the patient denied eating raw or street food, but admitted. I like the fact that he's admitted to this.
It's illegal to eat undercooked meat in America.
Admitted to the a habit as well, of eating lightly cooked, non-crispy bacon. He admitted to it.
So they've gone, do you crispy your bacon? He goes, no, I don't like it crispy. And they've gone, you fucking brainworm
Tapeworm.
bastard.
This guy's clearly eating like 100 rashers a day. If it's a habit.
Again, it could have just been like a random question that was thrown in there. Have you ever been
Do you like
to,
bacon?
anywhere in Africa? Yeah. How do you like your bacon?
Is it
Just like
hospital?
I did at the start of
And
this podcast.
They were offering him a bacon sandwich. Hold on, just bacon on a plate. And he went, "Oh, can you
Bacon
make
on
it
a
less
plate.
crispy?"
Just bacon
And
on a
then
plate.
the
I'm
nurse
sick of this motherfucking bacon on this motherfucking plate.
Can you put the bread on it as well? No, it's just bacon on a plate. That's all
I was
going to
say bacon sandwich, but they don't have them, so it's just bacon on a plate. So the bacon on a plate, and then the nurse reported to the
What would you
doctor.
like for your dinner? Just bacon on a plate, please. Just bacon on a plate.
Hold the crispy.
Plate of bacon, no crisp.
So,
And-
anyways, his migraines improved when he was given anti-parasitic medication. So this begs the question: if the worms had hatched and then he had,
They would have eaten him from the inside out.
Well, let's just say he has the anti-parasitic medication, and then it kills the worm. Does that mean that he's all right, but he's now got dead worms living
Dead
in his brain?
eggs. Just like
Yeah,
rotting eggs.
Your brain
Yeah, but
would
if they-
break
if
it
they'd
down into
hatched and then-
protein, though, and then it would just be absorbed.
Your brain would be like, "Ugh."
They'll wake
The
up
thing
with
is, if they're tapeworms,
protein.
right? Tapeworms don't eat you, though, do they, from the inside out? They just live there.
They eat all the other food.
They just chill.
They
They
have
just
a
chill out.
tapeworm in your-
nutrients. They just
if you have a
chill in,
tapeworm in your stomach,
absorb
they,
your nutrients. So would it like
Yeah.
shrivel his brain up to a raisin?
No, but no, you're right with tapeworms, but the larvae, that's why they have to embed them in flesh, because they feed off the flesh whilst they're growing. Until
I mean,
they
it's a
become
terrible,
full
it's a
tapeworm.
terrible existence, isn't it?
Being a
Tapeworms tend not.
tapeworm,
Yeah, they tend not to live in the nicest places, really.
Well, to
It's
them, they
warm
might
and
be lovely
cozy.
places.
they love it. It's
They don't have the
ideal
anxieties and the
environment.
pressures of normal.
They don't have to go to
of what you
work
go
on
through.
Monday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cost of living crisis. Don't bother me. I'm a fucking tapeworm.
I'll just fucking rob this bastard's food.
I get fed for free. I'm warm. I'm slightly moist, just how I like it. I'm going to lay my eggs
Perfect.
here. Oh, look
And
at this
chill.
brain matter. Mm-mm-mm.
I just can't get over the thought of the worms hatching, then him having the medication, and then the worms just dying and just
Would
having
the worm-
dead worms in your
Would
brain.
the worms
Can't get over
have gained control of the human by
Controlled
being
him.
inside the brain and been able to create a human worm
like a
hybrid
terrible-
thing?
Like a terrible version of Ratatouille.
Yeah, and start taking over the world.
Movie
Where the worm
idea.
just-
Copyright.
It's another Pixar special. After boats.
Brainworms taking
Brainworms.
over. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but it's Invasion of the Brainworms.
If anybody can make tapeworms cute and endearing, it's Pixar.
Why do they have to be
behind them.
cute and endearing? It's going to be some
Because
sort
it's Pixar.
of. Hey, why does it have to be Pixar? Why can't it be like B-movie 80s horror flick?
Because we want to give the tapeworms have got a bad reputation. We want to improve that.
Nah,
true,
let's
they
make
do
them
have a bad
scary. Rawr. Everyone starts eating
like Tremors,
raw
but
pork. Yeah, but in the
But
brain.
say in your brain, yeah.
But I think the film should be called Bacon.
Just got Kevin Bacon. From
Oh,
Tremors.
we get
it's all-
Kevin Bacon in it.
It's all coming
It could be
together.
Kevin
Kevin
Bacon
Bacon,
eats raw bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah.
And just sat there nibbling on his arm.
And then like the film will be about him going about his day-to-day life, like filming whatever he's filming.
You know, she's
And he
just
just
buying
turns
up all
into
the bacon
psychotic.
and feeding
What?
people bacon, trying to spread the worms.
Right.
But is-
Somebody
is-
gets
is Kevin
Spielberg on the
Bacon-
phone again.
Is Kevin Bacon living in the brain? Just kind of like pole
No.
vaulting from frontal lobe. to-
Maybe that's what we. Well, maybe that's the person who comes to save the day. We have to shrink him down so Kevin Bacon goes to attack the tapeworm.
Oh, what's that
in the
film
brain.
called?
Whose brain is it? Or is that superfluous information?
Brain tremors.
Yeah, but whose brain is it?
Oh,
Or do we
well,
never
this is
find
it.
out?
Oh, well,
Is that,
maybe.
do we find that out in Tremors 2
The
or Tremors 3, 4,
president.
5 or 6? Yeah.
Oh, because that's believable as well.
It's the president's brain. The president's been taken over by worms from raw pork.
Yeah.
And we have to
I
send
like
in
this.
Kevin Bacon to save the day. Bacon versus bacon.
So bacon causes the problem, and then bacon solves the problem.
exactly.
That's the
And you got-
tagline.
And
This
that's the
summer,
tagline in the
bacon
movie. That's right, yeah.
Saving the president's bacon is Kevin Bacon. And this
Raw
summer,
bacon.
God.
is
And
this
we
summer
can-
blockbuster presidential worm brain.
You can hand out bacon in the movie theaters, and everyone can eat bacon, but crispy.
Yeah, but they're going to get
not
put
raw.
off bacon. They're going to get massively put off bacon out there. by
Yeah,
this.
but it'll be crispy bacon, not raw bacon. And if
What-
someone
what
asks
was
for
that?
raw,
What
They'll
was
be
that
put off
film
bacon
called?
initially, but by the end, they'll be back on bacon's side because bacon saves the day. so-
bacon.
That's a good point.
So everything's good.
They're just sat there with a bacon sandwich, just like, oh, what do I do? Do I eat
We
it?
can
Do I throw it
stamp
away? I don't
Kevin.
know how I feel.
If we stamp Kevin Bacon's face on the bacon, they'll know that it's the good bacon.
All
Kevin
bacon
Bacon
needs to be
bacon.
bacon approved. Kevin Bacon bacon is the only bacon you can have. It's like the red tractor stuff that you get
Bacon
over here when you know it's good. You need to have
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's face stamped on your bacon so you know it's good bacon.
Bacon approved bacon. That's what it's at.
Let's get him off the EE adverts and get him onto this.
Do you remember that
Kevin?
day?
Kevin, what
Kevin,
have you
right?
done?
Why are
You
we
fucked
not
your
putting
career,
your
mate.
face on bacon? Why have we not thought of it already, bacon?
Well, yeah,
Right?
why has this
Your
not been done?
publicist, shit, never thought of this. Terrible, right? We got
Well,
you.
that's what-
We got
yeah.
you, Kevin. Put
How
your
are
face
you
on
linked to
bacon.
EE? How are you linked to a mobile phone network?
To a
Exactly.
UK
That makes,
network.
That makes no
Look,
sense
how is it
whatsoever,
part
Kevin.
of your brand? You are bacon.
You're not called Kevin Mobile Network, are you, you fucking idiot? What we can do is just get your face, stamp it on a piece of bacon. Look at it, the synergy is there already.
It'll be like
Does
the
it
new.
synergy?
It'll be like the
Does-
new Michelin star book, and it'll be bacon,
Bacon raised bacon.
bacon, and it's just fucking. You get certain rashers. One rasher is a good bacon provider with minimal brainworms.
And then he can have his own sort of brand of pigs. You know, they can be bred specifically for bacon.
Kevin's
and then, you know,
bacon pigs.
A Wiltshire Kevin.
Bacon's what's a
Hand reared by Kevin.
I'm not suggesting he's becoming a pig farmer here. I don't think he'll buy that bacon.
what's the collective noun for pigs?
I just called Benson Bacon.
Benson Bacon.
You could have Benson's bacon. Bacon's Benson's bacon.
Oh my God! Stop
Bacon
it.
Benson's
approved
bacon is
Benson's
the ba-
bacon.
Benson's
Stop
bacon
it.
is Bacon's wish bacon.
Stop saying bacon. I feel like I've got brainworms.
So much
man.
bacon.
I don't know what the collective noun for a pig is because we had this before,
What is the
didn't
collective noun for
we? We had
pig?
it on an episode, so I never learn anything really. We ended an episode and
Herd,
it
isn't
started.
it? We said a
Is it a
herd.
herd?
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not a herd. Is that what we
It's,
suggested?
Bacon's bacon herd.
A drift or a drove?
Oh, that's
Bacon-
it.
A bacon
Kevin-
drift.
Kevin's drove.
Bacon-
Kevin's
Bacon-
bacon's drift.
Kevin Bacon, do you get my drift when we're talking about Bacon's bacon? Do you get it? Do you get the drove of the drift?
We
Shut up, man!
need to get a drift to
Get
get, the
out of my
bacon. We
office!
need the bacon approved bacon from the drift of bacon.
Start
Bacon's
shouting
approved bacon drift. Oh man.
He could even sponsor it, like if they really want to. They own him now.
Why? No, they can.
They
fuck
own
off.
him. They own Kevin Bacon.
He needs to drop them like the shit network that they are.
You could have pig-shaped mobile phones, or bacon-shaped mobile phones.
That works. Like it.
Or a new advert.
like
I'll join
rashes.
EE when pigs can fly.
And then we have to genetically create flying pigs. This seems like
just show Kevin on a plane.
Fed up with these motherfucking Kevins on his motherfucking plane. Oh,
We'll show Kevin Bacon on a plane surrounded by pigs.
Yes, there we go. Sorted.
And pigs.
Now, who's going to play Biden? You can't trust him to play himself because he won't get the lines right. So we could have Arnold Schwarzenegger as the president. That'd be funny. Kevin Bacon inside Arnold's
as
brain.
the president, pretending to
I
be a
ate some bacon.
worm-controlled man.
Sam, you can do an impression of him. Say,
Force-feeding people bacon.
say something like, "I ate some bacon, and now I've got bacon in my brain."
I've totally tuned out. I can't hear the word bacon anymore. I need to move on. I'm angling.
You started
this. Move
you
beyond
started
this
it,
segment.
right? You didn't finish it.
I started brainworms. Okay.
Yeah, and
You
that's
started
what got us
brainworms.
on to our awesome movie idea involving Kevin Bacon and Arnold Schwarzenegger as the president.
Well, we need to workshop it. We'll maybe do that and then come back later on with the finished premise. Well, I'll get Kevin on the blower and we'll go from there. Right.
Deal.
Right.
Left.
It is time for the middle of the podcast. It's time for the middle. Time for the middle of the podcast.
It's
Sometimes-
Kevin Bacon's middle section.
No,
Kevin
stop it.
Bacon's
No.
middle section.
You're officially banned from saying the word bacon. It's lost all meaning. I can't hear the word
Okay,
anymore.
then.
It sounds weird.
Kevin's surname redacted. Middle section.
Well, it's sometimes known as Sammy's little section, Sammy's seedy section. I think it can just be the middle of the podcast now, because we don't know what's coming. So there is something coming, though.
Sammy's rindless back section.
Sammy's rindless back. Are you all ready? Are you all ready for some middle section? So I'm gonna give you the choice. Would you like to be covered in quiz, or would you like me to jizz on your face or quiz on your face?
Wow, you just went way too far then.
Yeah,
Way too far.
you just
There's
took
no
it
need
too
to
far
rhyme
there.
them kind of
Too
words.
far.
I pulled back the curtain a little bit.
Pull back the
Grateful for
foreskin.
So yeah, you've got the choice. You can either shout out what the answer is, or we can have you scribble your answers down and then go through them all. Which would you like? This is how it's going to run from now. This is the real episode 50. I'm mixing things up a little bit.
I'd like
I'll let you
Thesaurus
choose.
chorus.
I'd like Netflix. Thanks.
So what do you reckon then? Quiz it
Adam,
on your face.
you choose,
or
Adam.
Getting covered in it.
You do cover.
fair-
I like the covered theme tune. I'm only.
We
going
haven't,
with
had
the
the,
theme
we haven't had
tune.
the theme tune in a while.
Go
which
and tune
means
that
you're gonna
banjo
have to, you're gonna have to scribble your ideas down. So
My
yes.
ideas? What are you doing?
My
Trying to fucking
ideas.
steal our thoughts?
Yeah,
You're trying to
maybe your
fucking-
answers rather than your ideas.
You're trying to get a get-rich-quick scheme offers in the form of
Shout out
some
what the
sort of
idea
quiz. How would
Right.
you make money? Oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking try all these.
Right, let's play that theme.
My mama always told me to listen while in school. Don't mess around, don't make a sound, and don't break any rules. I didn't heed her warning, I didn't learn a thing. I foraged for some knowledge, but my brain's not listening. I had to learn the hard way that nothing comes for free. So buckle down, don't muck around, or you might end up like me. Covered in quiz, I'm covered in quiz. I'm in the stickiest situation, and I think I know what it is. I'm covered in quiz, I'm covered in quiz. I just don't know the answers, and it's got me in a tiz. I'm covered in quiz, I'm covered in quiz. I'm in the stickiest situation, and I think I know what it is. I'm covered in quiz.
Right then, so it's covered in quiz, the other quiz version, which means there'll be no shouting out what the answer is. You'll have to
Oh.
jot them down, which means you can
Yay.
play at home, folks.
No, we don't want them to play. It's
Yeah,
mine
we
and
do.
Benson's game.
Is it only for you two?
It's only
You're
for
not gonna
us.
share?
No, we're not sharing.
share.
Benson, do you want to
No.
share?
No, I want some bacon.
Excellent. I want some bacon.
Stop it.
Why are they bacon?
Well, I was inspired by what Benson did last week, so I've brought an old
On episode
quiz back
49.
from the OG version.
stolen
of
Benson's
Killer Rabbit
idea.
Podcast.
God.
Sort of, but
He got right proper ratty about it because he lost, and now he's stolen the idea. Make your mind
well,
up.
no, I'm not going to do the same quiz. I'm going to do one from the OG version of KRP. Now, I think it's very important to point out that since I devised this quiz back in 2019, fucking Richard Osman,
Who?
tall, bespectacled guy that was on the Pointless quiz, you know the guy,
Yeah.
Richard Osman,
Yeah.
lanky streak of piss that he is, stole my format.
It's still your format.
Yeah, I'm sure he must have listened to KRP. And if you've ever seen Richard Osman's House of Games, he always finishes the show with something that he likes to call Answer Smash. But it was a blatant rip-off of a quiz that I used to do back in 2019 on KRP.
Oh, what a bastard! I'm sure
Which-
you came up with the idea.
What was that called?
I don't know. I didn't know whether it was Link again or something else like that. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, the rules are I'm going to give you 2 questions
Oh,
and
yeah.
the answers of the questions linked together by...
You can't say you came up with that concept.
Oh, I did, and Richard
You
Osman
definitely
stole it.
fucking did.
Kevin Bacon came up with it.
hang
It was
on, I've
actually
got-
his great granddad.
Kevin Bacon senior.
Oh, I've got the quiz book here. It has got Kevin Bacon's granddad's face stamped on it. Shit. So, yeah, the way it works, as I say, I'll give you 2 questions, the answers of which are linked in the middle. So let's give you an example. So this is no points here. So your first question would be the Godfather of Soul. Who's the Godfather of Soul?
Barry White.
No. Oh, I picked this one because it'd be very easy.
Give the
Because
second
Godfather
question.
of Soul. And
Give the second question.
The second
Right.
question is a 1971 hit for the Rolling Stones. So if I tell you that the Godfather of Soul is James Brown,
Oh, James Brown-Eyed Girl. But what
not
did-
Brown Eyed Girl, no.
What did Rolling Stones
Rolling
have?
Stones song, Brown. Very sweet substance.
Brown Sugar.
Yes, so the answer would be James Brown Sugar. Because it's
Ah.
James
in the
Brown
middle.
Sugar.
James Brown
James
Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
So
Kevin Bacon.
you must supply your
Is
answers.
one of your answers Kevin Bacon?
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Child from Home Alone and pork product eaten with breakfast.
Kevin, no. That's not how it works.
Why not?
Because they have to link. You've just
Yeah, they
done
have to
Kevin
link.
McAllister, Kevin
Okay, then.
Bacon. It'd
Okay,
have to
then.
be.
Shorter name for Kevin and worms.
And Kev Worm.
In bacon
Worm.
because his worms in bacon.
Again, not how it works. So this should be fun, particularly as it's not a shout out what the answer is. But your
Oh, no
answers
shit,
must
yeah.
be
Hey, we have to. Yeah, I forgot about that bit. Right. Okay.
Your-
I'm ready.
your answers must be provided in that way. So, for example, in the example,
Magical.
if you had said James
example.
Brown Sugar, I would not have allowed that.
James
because it's
Sugar
James
Brown.
Sugar. James Sugar Brown.
Sugar Brown James.
Right. Are you ready then? So
Yes.
here's the first one. It's
No.
8 and break, by the way.
8.
Got a classic 8 and break for you.
How can you
Well,
do
that's
eight and
the first
break?
one.
How can you do 8 and break when we're not shouting out what the answer is? That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
How
We
can
could
there
both
be a
get-
tie
we could
break?
both
What
get
if we both
9.
get it right?
Because we'll go through.
You're meant to be a
We'll
quiz
go-
master and you just clowned it.
I
Clowning the
thought
quiz.
this.
Oh
No,
my God.
stop it. Stop denying my quizmaster abilities immediately.
Never.
We'll go through the answers, and if you happen to be tied, then I've got a fucking tie break for you.
Oh,
haven't I?
that shout out, is it?
No.
No, what?
No.
Well, what if we
What if
get
we both
that
get
right?
that right?
But I've designed it in such a way that you
Oh,
won't.
that we
It's
won't.
fine.
It's a
I've
fix.
thought-
It's already a fix. He's designed
I've
it so
thought of-
one of us will get it.
I've thought of all eventualities. It's fine. Right. So
Oh,
question
yeah.
one.
Mr. fucking Oracle over here who's just
Yeah,
sat there
Doctor
fucking going
Strange.
through all the potential outcomes of it. Oh, I have thought through all of it. 15 million outcomes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
absolutely have. I absolutely have. It took me fucking ages. Right, question 1, part 1 is Australian star of Wolf of Wall Street and Barbie.
Okay.
Australian star of Wolf and Wall Street and Barbie.
Oh.
And part 2 is UK male singer who holds a Guinness World Record for selling 1.6 million concert tickets in a single day.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so scribble your answers down, see what you get. The good thing about this quiz is if you don't know one of the answers, you might be able to work it out if you get the other one.
I forgot the person's name, so then the second question helped me remember.
There you go. Benson's already got help.
That's what it's all about.
It's all
Question
about.
2 then is part 1, former Wham star. That's former Wham star. And part 2 is NBA GOAT.
Okay.
NBA GOAT.
Okay,
Former Wham star and NBA GOAT.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon.
Glad I've thought
Kevin
through all
Bacon.
eventualities because this could well be a draw. Question 3, question the third. By the way, if you are playing at home, please get in touch with us on the socials at killerrabbitpod or email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com and tell us how you got on with
Not
the
whilst you're
quiz.
driving.
No, while you're driving.
Okay, whilst you're
Specifically
driving.
while you're driving. In fact, if you're listening to this and you're not driving, go get out in the car, then play the quiz.
If you
Make
don't have a
sure you're
car,
writing it down.
get your neighbour's car. And
Yep.
You might as well add Grand Theft Auto to the charges.
At least you get the quiz done.
Right. Question 3, part 1. Country whose capital is Buenos Aires. And part 2, she was simply the best. So part 1 is country whose capital is Buenos Aires. And part 2 is she was simply the best.
I'm fucking clueless with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I'm glad. Okay. So
Nice one. Cheers.
Question 4. No, I thought you were just both going to get all the questions. Question 4, part 1 is Spider-Man in human form. And part 2 is Amphibious Muppet. So part 1 was Spider-Man in human form. And part 2, Amphibious Muppet. Spider-Man in human form and Amphibious Muppet.
Oh, I've got it. That's a
Have
fun
you?
one.
I've not got that.
Yeah, it is.
Yay.
Uh,
Question the 5th.
3, sir.
Film starring Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon!
There is no Kevin Bacon. Sorry.
Oh.
Kevin Bacon
Question-
sandwich.
Question 5, part 1. Cuban rum and mint cocktail. And part 2, renowned skateboarder. So part 1 is Cuban rum and mint cocktail.
Okay.
And part 2 is renowned skateboarder.
You see, I knew what it was, the first one, and I needed the second one again to help me remember what the first one was called.
I can't think of the first
Beautiful.
one.
Beautiful, beautiful. Question 6 is upon us. Hello, question 6. How are you doing? Oh, really? Oh, that's lovely to hear. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay, question 6, part 1 is Scotland's highest peak. Scotland's highest peak.
Yes.
I'll tell you that. And then part 2 is maligned Windows operating system. Maligned Windows operating system.
Yeah.
So Scotland's highest peak, part 1, maligned Windows operating system, part 2.
Okay.
Diddle-diddle-doo-doo.
I'm back on a roll now.
You're back on a roll. Good. A bread roll with bacon and butter.
And Kevin.
Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Question 7.
Bacon approved bacon.
Part 1. Long-running letter and number-based game show. So long-running letter and number-based game show. And part 2. British historical drama. So part 1 of your question is long-running letter and number-based game show.
Mm.
Yeah.
And part 2 is British historical drama.
I thought that I was going to guess what the second word was before you finished it, and I would have used the same first question and then the enemy from the Incredibles film.
Who that is? Is it Kevin Bacon?
I'm not saying what the answer is. Listeners,
Yeah.
listeners can figure that one out.
We'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back to that. So your final question, as we come to the end of another fantastic quiz.
If you do say so
is-
yourself.
Early sat-nav system. That's part 1. Early sat-nav system. And part 2, is it a veg or is it a fruit? Is it a veg or is it a fruit?
Okay.
So you got
Okay.
early sat-nav system, and is it a veg or is it a fruit? Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Everything is...
As
the
answered on
Thundercats
last
theme.
week's episode.
Yeah. It was. It very much was. Very much
It was, yeah.
So, we'll come to the tiebreaker if we need it. But I don't think
Okay.
we will.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go through them again, and if you could tell me your answers. So we've got question 1 was Australian star of Wolf of Wall Street and Barbie mixed together with UK male singer who holds a Guinness World Record for selling 1.6 million concert tickets in a single day. Who would like to provide me with the answer, making sure you smash those answers together?
Margot Robbie Williams.
Hey, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Play that correct answer sound effect. Margot Robbie Williams, well done at home if you got that one. I'm assuming you both got that one.
I got
So
that.
now we'll go to Benson next then, so it's fair. So we had question 2 was former Wham star smashed into the answer of NBA GOAT. Benson, what did you get?
George Michael Jordan.
George Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well done. That's a point each, so we're on 2-2.
This is the only one I didn't get, this next one.
Peter from Stevenage has only got 1.
Wow, Peter.
Well done,
that's
guys. You
rubbish.
beat him. You
Peter's
beat
not
Peter.
eating his bacon.
You have to pick names that aren't in the answer.
However,
Shit.
Sarah,
He can't think of names.
He got
Nottingham,
one Sarah that he got.
Oh, Sarah
has
from
got
Nottingham.
3. Says got 3 so far out of 2.
Out of 2. I think she's lying.
I think she's cheating a bit
I
there.
think she's
There's been some
cheating.
confusion.
Cheating. Can't give yourself
Cheater,
extra
cheater.
points.
Sounds like
Cheater.
jealousy, this, guys. Question the third, then, coming back to Adam. Country whose capital is Buenos Aires, or Good Air. And the answer to she was simply the best. I think Benson was struggling with this one, but Adam, what did you get?
Is it Argentina Turner?
It is
Oh, of
Argentina
course.
Turner. Well done.
See, I
like that
thought
one.
Buenos Aires was Venezuela.
Venezuela Turner.
And what's the capital of Venezuela, Sam?
Kevin Bacon.
Venezuela, Caracas, isn't it?
Oh,
Caracas.
The
I wanted
god
to
of
go.
wine.
I wanted to go to Venezuela, but it's got like 3 of the 4 most dangerous cities in the world.
What's the
So
risk for
Venezuela.
brainworms?
What's the...
It's a 7.4 on the brainworm scale as well.
Straight-
so-
What's
if you
out
get-
of 10?
if
on
you get
second thoughts, let's not go to Venezuela.
If
you-
It's
if
a
you get- if you get-
brainwormy place.
If you get brainworms, it's straight to jail.
Oh no,
Parks
it's
and Recreation
encouraged in
Court, if you-
Venezuela. Yeah.
Oh, is it encouraged? Do they have multiple brainworm controlled?
Everyone there.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
anyone native, anyway. So that makes it 3-2 to Adam. Number 4, coming back to Benson. Spider-Man in human form meets amphibious Muppet. What did you get?
Peter Parkermit.
Or
Yep.
Peter Parker Kermit the Frog. I've got, but yeah, he's definitely
Peter
allowed that.
Parker, mate.
Peter Parker.
I like the surname Parkermit. I don't know why, but
Parkermit.
it looks like an actual name, doesn't it? Oh, Mr. Parkermit. You're here to see Mr. Bacon, I presume.
Do come in. Did you get that one as well, Adam?
Yes.
Then it's 4-3.
3.
And back to you, Adam. Question 5. Cuban rum and mint cocktail and renowned skateboarder.
I don't know if I've got this one.
Give us what you got.
Is it Mojito Ni Hawk?
It is Mojito. I can't say it. It's hard to say, isn't it?
It's really
Mojito.
hard to say.
Mojito Ni Hawk.
I can't say
Mojito
it.
Ni Hawk.
Mojito Ni Hawk. Mojito, Tony Hawk.
Mojito Ni
Yeah.
Hawk.
Did you get that, Benson?
I certainly did.
Okay, so is that 5-4 to Adam?
Woo.
Yes.
Right, coming back to Benson then. Question 6 was Scotland's highest peak mixed with maligned Windows operating system. Benson.
Ben Nevista.
Ben Nevista, yeah, Ben Nevis and Vista, Ben Nevista. Adam, did you get that?
I did.
Nice.
Okay, that makes it 6-5, mate. Coming back to Adam, number 7 was long-running letter and number-based game show mixed with British historical drama.
Countdown to Nabby.
Countdown to Nabby, countdown and down to Nabby, countdown to Nabby.
I got that.
What was your other one? The bad guy in The Incredibles. Who was that? What?
Kevin
I'm
Bacon.
not, no, he's not Kevin Bacon. The bad guy in the first Incredibles film. was called Syndrome. And I thought that's what
Technically,
you
it
were
doesn't
going with.
link. I mean, it does. It totally
Count
does
it.
link.
But the answer wasn't countdown syndrome, was it?
No, but that's why I knew it wasn't that, because it wasn't that. I thought it can't be going. I don't know. You said it said countdown, and the first thing that came to mind for me was the bad guy from
Countdown
Incredibles. Yeah.
That's like when you just can't stop watching Countdown, isn't it?
Countdown syndrome.
He's got a bad case of countdown syndrome. This guy got brainworms and it caused countdown syndrome.
Just walk up to the checkout counter in a shop. Go, give me a vowel. Just give me a vowel, mate, please.
Just give me one. I really need a vowel, man. Just give me one. Just give me one. Honestly, I don't have a vowel. Just give me A, E, I. Okay.
You just stood there asking for vowels and consonants.
Did you just say A, E, I, O, K? Because K is not a vowel. Oh,
man.
you've got a bad case of countdown syndrome. 2 off the top, 3 off the bottom, please. That's what he says when he goes to the hairdressers.
Yeah, he goes for a
About-
haircut. Sorry, what?
We're going to
ignore him.
We're going to Rachel for the numbers.
Question 8. Fuck me.
Oh, Adam, you've definitely got this one wrong, haven't you? Because then it would have to go to a tiebreaker if I've definitely
No, I've got it
right.
right. I've definitely got it
Oh.
right.
But so we
Adam
can't
would
go
rather
to
win than
So we can't go to the tiebreaker.
tiebreaker.
We're going to go to the tiebreaker anyway, but I'm still going to win first.
Yeah, of course I'll give you the tiebreaker anyway.
Ah,
Of course I'll give.
very
And again,
good.
I did it. I've done it. You'll see how I did it.
and this is why I wanted to make sure we could see it.
Yeah. Okay. Question 8 then was early sat nav system meets. Is it a veg or is it a fruit? Is it a veg or is it a fruit? Go on.
Tom Tomato.
Tom
Tomato.
and tomato. Very good. And that's a full, fat, big, sexy Kevin Bacon clean sweep for Mr. Adam Chase, everybody. Here's your Kevin Bacon stamp of approval. Fa-dum.
You can't
Right
get
on
a stamp
your
of
forehead.
You're not Kevin
You're
Bacon.
not Kevin Bacon. You
give-
can't bacon
It's the
stamp.
Sam.
You can't
It's the
bacon
Sam
stamp.
surname
You think you can
redacted
just go
bacon
around
stamp.
fucking approving on Bacon's behalf there. You can't
Last time
be
someone
bacon,
did that.
You can't be bacon stamping on Bacon's behalf.
Absolutely ridiculous. You should be ashamed of
Lesson for life,
yourself.
that.
Are you an
Lesson
official
for life.
bacon stamper? Have you gone through the bacon stamping approval process from Bacon himself?
I've
You
done
have
the
to be
first course, all right? I passed that. I know I've got another 8 to go, but I'm
You need to do
I'm on
the full
road
9
to-
courses of bacon.
And each
Bacon-
course
bacon
is
stamp
famously 60 days long each. So
Yeah, the first one was an absolute nightmare. It's
Proper
very
bacon.
difficult. So yeah, you tiebreaker anyway. If you want to answer it, just to see who would have won if it had gone to the tiebreak, was how tall in meters is the Burj Khalifa?
Oh
So
my
it's very
God.
unlikely you're going to get the same answer here. You see, I thought of everything.
You douche. 5,300 meters. I don't know.
5,300 meters.
I have no idea.
Adam thinks the tallest building in the world is 5,300 meters. Benson, what are you saying?
3,300.
See, look,
You
we're both
guys, you are
massively
going to be
out.
very disappointed by the Burj Khalifa being
100.
a minuscule, tiny 829.8
Is that all?
meters.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
What kind of useless building is it? Why is it so small?
Tiny little biggest building.
Is the
in
thing
the
is a
world.
building for ants?
It's bacon stamp approved. it's probably
You-
not actually,
no,
is it?
you're just
Did-
going around claiming it's bacon approved because you think you're fucking bacon approver because you've done 1 course out of 8 and 9.
One
God.
day I'll be an official bacon approver.
I'm gonna
But
tell.
until
I'm gonna tell
then-
Kevin Bacon on you.
Until then, I've just got to stop stamping things.
You just
And that
take that
brings
step
us-
away.
To the end of the quiz that was stolen from me by Richard Osman. What a bastard. Go tell him. Find him on Twitter. Tell him he's a quiz thief. And let him know that I've got my eyes on
You
him.
quiz
And he will
thief.
never be bacon approved.
You
Never.
really
If
should
you
stop
start the
looking through his
hashtag-
windows.
If you start the hashtag Osman's a quiz thief, that's going to get some traction, is that?
Just because people just tweet the hashtag and
Yeah,
get no
that's
other
it.
content.
No
And
other
he'll be like,
context.
what's happening?
Osmond's a quiz thief.
Maybe I will. In fact, I'm going to tweet it right now. from the Killer Rabbit account. Just to see
Live.
if anybody asks.
Live on Killer Rabbit. Now you'll see when this episode was recorded, because then you'll look back on our Twitter and go, what the fuck?
You will, and you'll also be thinking now, why has he just tweeted that? And then when you listen to the episode,
You'll know
understand it.
how
Are we doing it? Are we doing a
it-
live tweeting right now that the
The
Yeah.
tweet,
listeners
the
won't
tweet
know
is
about?
happening. We're live tweeting.
Nice.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Yeah.
Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Osmond's a quiz thief.
Quiz thief.
Osmond's a quiz thief. Osmond's a quiz thief.
I've tagged him in it as well, just so
There you
just so
go.
he knows.
Osmond's a quiz
There you
thief.
go. Osmond's a quiz thief. You heard it here first, folks.
Well, you didn't. You heard it on the Twitter first, and now you're hearing it on here.
For the second time.
You heard it here second, folks.
You heard the context here first.
You heard it here right now. Stick a bacon stamp on that, you bastards.
Stop sticking your bacon stamps.
Yeah, right. Kevin Bacon's going to ring. He's going to ring you. I'm going to tweet Kevin Bacon.
You're,
and be
you're
like, this
attacking
guy-
Osmond. You're attacking
This
Osmond on
guy's
Twitter. Then, yeah.
Fucking Sam's a bacon approval thief.
Right. Just so you know, there can be no response. If anybody's message is saying, oh, what's this about? Or
And we're not allowed
No
to tell
response.
anyone.
no, just no response. Don't even say, oh, we're not allowed to tell anyone. Just no response. It stays there.
Most engaged
He'll
tweet.
know. He'll know.
He'll know.
Yeah, he'll know. And that's all that matters. Tall bastard.
Well, I'm glad we've got the ads working again, Sam. It's a shame it was the Kevin Bacon EE advert that we've had to put in this episode.
Yeah, you can send your checks through to Killer Rabbit Towers 137.
Killer Rabbit Towers.
Yeah.
What, left ear or right ear? Which tower are you living in? I'm guessing the tower's in the shape of a giant rabbit.
Yeah.
Can I be in the nose?
Yeah, you can live in the
Beat
nose.
me to
Spencer.
it. Beat me to it. I don't want to live there. I live the nose.
You
Sam,
can live in
Sam
the
wants
bum.
to be in the.
Sam
Sam
lives
wants
in
to
the
be where the
bum.
brain would be.
Sam lives in the
Sam's
bum. He's
I'm a brain worm.
We'll get you a
What I
worm.
always
We'll get you a
wanted.
worm costume and everything.
There's plenty going round at the moment.
Everyone just go to the brain and see if Sam's wriggling around.
Hello, welcome to the brain.
Just fucking
Is that me
squirming.
in worm form?
That's you talking in worm. don't
That's
know why.
your area in the Killer Rabbit Towers is just the brain area, and you're just in a big worm costume all the time. Hello,
Guys, I don't want to interrupt you. Guys,
welcome to the
I
Well,
don't-
don't then. We're talking about
We're
brain
talking about
worms.
brainworms
I don't-
again.
it's important. It's important. It's breaking news. And I
Oh.
think we've caused this. No, the issue is we've caused something. Breaking news. And it's not just break.
Breaking news.
You were too late,
It's not
Sam. You weren't harmonised with us. God.
Guys, we've caused something pretty severe
What do
here.
you mean we've
So
caused something? We haven't caused
We need to be
anything.
ashamed of us. We have. And
What
I'm
do
going
you
to explain what's
mean?
happened.
What have we
So
done?
I'm bringing back a
Sexy.
talking point that we like to talk about, which is Mr. Guinness and his book of records.
Oh, leave him alone, that
I
bastard. Get him
I can't because
we need his
caused some-
records. We need all
No,
of
His
them.
records.
If you cast your minds back, ignoring the brainworms, but cast your minds back. A few episodes ago, we
How do I
talked
cast a
about
mind on a fishing rod?
Yeah, on a fishing.
Like bait.
Yeah,
But
exactly. It's
backwards.
instead of a worm, it's your full brain. The fish will be loving
And
it.
you just cast it backwards into
Yes.
the lake behind you.
Exactly. So you see,
Okay.
why ask if you already know?
I was just
Don't ask-
checking
don't ask
that I
rhetorical
knew.
questions.
I just checking that I knew the correct method.
Okay, think back. Think back. Methodology is the word
Think
you're looking for.
backwards. Oh,
Think backwards.
okay.
We talked
You know
about
that,
matchsticks and Paris. Not specifically Paris. What was it? What's it called?
Paris in match.
Turn
What's
it
it
Eiffel
called?
Tower.
called?
Eiffel
The
Tower.
the tower in that place.
So-
Fell.
And we complained about it so much and mocked Mr. Guinness that he turned around and went, "We'll give him that record."
Yeah,
And there was all
yeah.
much rejoicing
We
in the
rang him
episode
up and
after we
everything.
talked about it. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Ploud.
Now this has
That
caused
name again is
Mate.
Mr. Ploud.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ploud.
Mr.
Well, he's
Ploud.
not Mr. Guinness. We rang Mr. Guinness, not Mr. Ploud.
We rang Mr. Guinness
Anyway,
to make sure that Mr.
turns
Guinness
out,
gave Mr.
Oh,
Ploud
Mr.
the
Ploud.
record.
Mr.
Ploud.
Ploud is forever indebted to us.
Yeah,
for,
that's it.
yeah, he
not,
is.
Making Mr. Guinness.
He's not paid
reverse
us
his
yet.
decision.
So, Mr. Ploud, if you're listening, I'm waiting for that
But what-
check.
what we didn't know at the time is when Mr. Guinness turns a decision round to grant someone a record, he redacts 100 from other people. And
What do you mean?
Oh, is it
What do you mean
a,
he redacts 100?
he
like
takes
a
them
fairy
back.
dies in the forest?
How can he take them back?
He goes, "You've not got that record," and we've got a prime example because Bobby, the world's oldest dog, has had his title stripped from him following controversy around his real age, in brackets, controversy that Killer Rabbit caused. He doesn't say that part.
What? So
Bobby
is this
was
actually because of the man with the Eiffel Tower, or is this just Mr. Guinness being greedy again?
Well, we don't.
and wanting
If
some
we're
of his
claiming that
records
we
back?
helped the if we're claiming that we helped the Eiffel Tower man, we've got to take responsibility for this as well.
I
That is
don't
the
think
goal.
this has anything to do with us at all.
I can imagine Mr. Guinness sat there going, "Well, if I've got to give you a record, then
I'm going to
I'm
take
gonna have
this
one."
dog's record.
And now you're taking the cute
Now,
little
how do you feel
dog's
about
record.
that?
You
Look
want
at
your
that dog.
record so much, then I'm going to take this record from this dog. And
That's
now what do you
exactly
want? Do you
what
want the
it is. Mr.
record?
Plough.
Or do you want the dog to have the record? Because if you want yours, I'm going to take it from this dog. I'm going to take it from the dog. Dog's going to be very upset. Dog's going to be so upset.
I saw the dog getting this record. It was recent, wasn't it? Because there was another dog that got the record, and then this Portuguese
Yeah.
owner got in touch and said, "No, my dog's the oldest. My dog's like 31 or something stupid."
Bloody
But
hell,
isn't
you're
this dog
absolutely right,
like?
31.
But isn't this
Yeah.
31-year-old dog not really a 31-year-old dog?
Well,
Okay.
this is what
So,
Benson's about to tell us about. but
should we-
they
should
said
we
it
go
was
through
his diet and
I don't
and
think we
stuff
should
like
go
that.
through it. I think we
Should
should
we go
make up
through
the
it?
story. I think me and Sam will just
So-
craft the rest of the story here.
That's fine. Craft it. Then. Go for it. I mean, you've
So
already got
this
the age
dog,
right at 31.
It turned out that
Yeah.
this dog was actually a large platypus. Did you know that?
It does go on to say that the world's oldest canine was actually a platypus.
Yeah,
And
it was
it's now
in
the world's oldest platypus, so it's got a new record, which means that Mr. Guinness now has to strip something else of a record.
And
which is
I've
a
heard
big
that he's
shame.
actually stripping the record from Kevin Bacon for the amount of bacon eaten in one sitting.
Oh, well, Mr. Bacon. I mean, Mr. Guinness is... you can't take it off Mr. Bacon.
Mr.
many
Guinness,
misters.
Mr. Guinness wants to put some bacon
We're far
in his
too
Guinness.
formal on this point.
Too many misters, too many Guinnesses, too many bacons.
But yeah, he got the record recently, this dog, didn't he? And why has he had it stripped? I guess they were able to verify that was actually his age.
He bit the person who was trying to count the rings on his bumhole.
I mean,
So
you can't
the-
you can't really ask his parents, can you? Because he's the oldest dog ever, and his parents are obviously dead. Otherwise, they would have said, which means yeah, it's true.
So Mr. Guinness launched an investigation into the Portuguese canine after doubts were raised over his real age. And the probe came despite
Mr.
his
Guinness
birth apparently
by
being
the
confirmed.
by the previous oldest dog. There was
So
like,
this is how serious they took it. The Portuguese government confirmed the pet's date of birth using the Portuguese government's pet database and the National Union of Veterinarians. But Mr.
You
Guinness
just
did
can't-
not.
I just
Mr.
hear
Guinness did
you
not
just count
accept
the
it.
rings.
yeah, they cut the dog in half. And they only found 28 rings. It is a liar.
Lying.
So Mr. Guinness has started a full investigation, but stripped the title immediately.
Who does he hire?
last thing.
Who does he hire, Mr. Guinness? Has he got someone who's got the record for most
Mr.
cases
I'm not
solved?
joking. Mr. Costa.
Mr. Costa.
Mr.
Mr. Guinness
Costa.
hired Mr. Costa. So the guy who runs Costa Coffee was hired by Mr.
He's now
Guinness.
involved.
to
Another
fucking
drinks.
investigate.
Another,
I don't think
another
Mr.
creator of
Costa.
beverages.
I don't think he's an investigator. I think he's good at making coffee.
No, but the funniest thing is, because I'm going to have to screenshot this and send it to you, it says Mr. Costa. I've not added that in.
Mr.
It's
Guinness
like I wrote this whole
hires
thing.
Mr. Costa. Why doesn't he hire Mr. Starbucks? Is there
They
like
now
a
said
thing?
it's gonna take them a whole year to check the record claim. I mean, by then,
Why?
you know, the dog's
What,
another
a
year old.
How's this a year-long investigation?
It's just
Either is
reading
or
a
isn't.
document, right? You just
How,
go.
how are they going to verify it?
There's no conclusive evidence that Bobby lived that long because the records that are now official kept by the Portuguese database only started in 2008, meaning they couldn't verify that this dog was that old in 2008, never mind in 2024.
So
I get what they're saying.
I do get what they're saying, but also
if a
just
dog's
cut
after
it-
2008,
cut it in half,
one
count
will
the
get-
rings, you'll know. You are good.
Did you know what else I found really interesting? And it's a bit off topic, so bear
Oh,
with me here.
are we derailing?
But somebody
Derailing your own
probably,
story.
somebody probably without knowing will have had the world's biggest poo, and they won't even know. Like a world
Bono's the
record
world's biggest
poo.
poo. We already know that.
Yeah, but that's metaphorical.
No, he was a shit that turned into a person.
But that's the case. That's the case for everything, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
Like somewhere, someone in the world has eaten the most bacon, and they have no idea.
Someone has. One person has eaten the most
Yeah,
bacon.
just
out of
one
everyone.
person.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that.
everyone in the world.
That's crazy
And
that Kevin.
They don't know.
Why would
Kevin
you
the
change your
cannibal.
surname to Bacon as well? That's another question we haven't asked.
That's his real
Is it-
name.
It's not his real name.
He was born on a pig farm.
That was a bit of nominative determinism, then, wasn't
He
it?
was he was the youngest of the whole litter.
So what I think we need, some actions we need to take going forward, lads, is we need
He's
to be
called
careful.
Kevin Bacon. Kevin Norwood.
Yeah,
Kevin
wasn't
Norwood
Norwood.
Bacon.
Norwood Bacon.
His
That
real-
sounds like a
his-
brand
his
of bacon,
real-
that doesn't
His
it?
real name is Kevin Ham. But but people like bacon more.
Kevin. Yeah, I reckon that if I went to Asda or another supermarket and saw Norwood Bacon, it would that wouldn't make me think that's not real bacon.
Only if it had the Kevin Bacon stamp of approval.
Only, and if only it has.
Not
stamp
Sam's
of
fake
approval.
Kevin Bacon stamp of
Not
approval.
the faking, not the faking
It's
stamp.
not fake. It's the real stamp. I stole it.
But I think
Stole it from Kevin.
Put the stamp back, Sam.
Okay, I'll take the stamp back.
just going back to an important point, though, I think we need to be careful about who we help get records overturned going forward, because now this poor dog has lost his record along with 99 other records.
Can we get the
I
dog's
mean,
record back?
The dog's dead anyway. The only way you can get this record. Well, no,
The
it's not
dog's
the only way.
not dead, is it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dead. The dog's well dead. Yeah.
Well, then it's
It's
not.
well
How
dead.
is it the oldest dog?
Well dead.
It's dead,
It's well
mate.
dead.
When it
There's
died,
oldest dogs. There's older dogs in the ground.
it was the oldest on its last day. Breathing.
It's like, hey,
Until-
Why,
it's
so
the
why,
until-
have, why haven't they
dog.
cut it
And
in
the
half and counted the
excitement,
rings?
the excitement of finding out they had got the world record killed
Died.
it.
That and the
Just died
brainworms.
there and then.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a lot of
The brain-
brainworms involved.
Funnily enough, as well, one of the brainworms actually got the Guinness World Record for being the oldest living brainworm.
Oh, yeah.
In the
good
oldest dog.
brainworm. Did that die then as well?
That tapeworm's bit had it. That,
Why is
that
everything
brainworm's
dead?
had it. That's had its record taken off it as well by Mr. Guinness. He takes no
It's,
prisoners.
Mr. Guinness
this
is
guy.
now the oldest brainworm, is he?
He's stripping records all over the place. man.
He's stripping.
them off.
He's stripping him off big
Stripping
time.
summer.
He's actually now got the world record for most world records stripped.
He actually
And
feeds off
world
the energy
records
caused by
held.
it
He is the record holder.
because he's around 300 years old and he gets an extra year for every record he stripped. So he absorbs
And
the
every
energy
year-
of disappointment.
Every year he awards the yearly record for most records held to himself.
Which
So
he
he's
awards to
just
himself.
always
It's
getting
true.
more.
and that just
every
adds
year,
to his numbers of records.
every
yeah,
year
it's
he
just-
gets a new record. He's
just a
thinking of turning
perpetual
it. He's thinking of
record
turning
winner.
it into a monthly thing rather than an annual thing.
Just give me more records.
All the
records. And you know what time it is. It's the end of another episode of Killer Rabbit Podcast. You see, all the stuff that went before, that was the episode. And now we're drawing to the end of that. So this is what happens, you see. Once
see.
all the previous stuff that's been done has been done, the episode
how it
has to
works.
end.
Very
Otherwise,
well.
we'd be just be podcasting for eternity.
Perpetual
And that can't
podcast.
happen. Perpetual podcasting. And that is just not on. So
No
we
such
do
thing.
need to end it at
Can't
some
have a
point. And
perpetual
that point
podcast.
is now.
Now,
Well,
Right
not
now.
now, but in
a bit.
a
In a
few
bit.
minutes. Well, yeah,
After
just
we do
winding
this,
up.
we're going to wind.
Yeah, after-
You're winding up to wind it down.
We're going to lead to the
Yeah.
moment where it's
Yeah,
now.
the little preamble before the ending, absolutely.
Preamble.
The bit where we plug a few
We're prambling.
socials,
A preamble
talk a bit
apple
of-
pie.
talk a bit more nonsense.
Prambles.
You know, decide when we're done with this shit.
If
So
a
yeah,
bramble
it has
was
been
a
Killer
fruit,
Rabbit Podcast.
what would it look
Please do get in touch with us at Killer Rabbit Podcast
Or
on the
don't.
socials, or you can email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. I'm sick of telling you the kind of things you can send.
I'm
but you
sick
can
of
send
it.
whatever you
I'm
want.
sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Send
We
us some
heard him.
bacon.
Sick of it.
Send us some bacon.
Oh, just send us
some
bacon.
stamps.
Send us
No,
some
don't
brainworms.
send stamps
Oh, no,
because
no brainworms.
Sam will take them
No.
and start stamping bacon everywhere, all across town.
No brainworms.
No brainworms.
My
Yeah, it's been an
bacon.
absolute pleasure. We've enjoyed it very much. We hope you've enjoyed it too.
Out, you're talking for us. We might not have
Why-
enjoyed it.
Yeah. You're just
can
talking
tell,
for
though.
yourself. How do you know
No, I
we've
can
enjoyed
tell when
it?
you've because I can see you. I can see your faces. And Adam, you've got a little vein that sort of pops up on your forehead when you're not enjoying it. And Benson, you've got a nervous twitch in your left eye that goes off when you're not.
You know, I was going to
Just
actually
making
mention
things
that.
up.
None of
You know,
these
when you
things have
said, "How's
happened.
your face?" I've had a
Yeah.
trapped nerve in my eyebrow for fucking weeks, and you never actually
trapped
asked me.
nerve in your eyebrow.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
twitches constantly.
He's been doing people's eyebrow too much.
Yeah. And you know, you
trapped
asked,
nerve in your eyebrow.
Yeah, well, you know, like just a twinging nerve, then whatever you want to call it.
A
But
twingy nerve.
You asked
a
Adam how his
twinger.
face was at the start, and he said facey, and I had things to talk about, and you fucking moved on.
I asked you both. I just put it out there and said, "How are your
Benson's
faces?"
offended
I
that you didn't ask
I
how his
didn't-
face was.
And I would have
didn't
told you
direct it at
about my
Adam at
medical
all.
dilemmas that I've got.
Why didn't
going
you
on
ask
in my
Benson
fucking-
about his face?
Yeah,
We need to
I
know
asked you
about
both.
his.
I asked
We need to know about
anybody
his
who wanted
twitches.
to tell me about the face, how the face was.
And now you've called it out. Now you called it out on the podcast.
Now he's had
Rub
to
it in.
bring it up. God,
Yeah.
this is shocking behaviour. This is bloody
yeah.
Well,
hell.
from now on, at the start of every fucking podcast, I'll ask how your fucking eyebrow is. I'll
Why
get
are you swearing?
specific.
Why are you swearing?
Why,
so
like that.
why are you getting so
eyebrows?
defensive?
Why do you have to ask about eyebrows? What's wrong with the nose or the ears?
Yeah.
God,
Why
why
are
do you
you
have
so
to generalise
defensive?
it to just a
Well,
single
I
area
can
of the
imagine this will
face?
happen next time. I'll ask you how your eyebrow is, and you'll say it's fine, but my nose is not. And
Yeah,
you didn't ask
why
about
didn't you ask
that.
about my
You won't, hear,
bastard nose?
you won't hear about that till the end of the episode.
In response, though, it's very annoying when you get a twitchy eyebrow.
It's
Very
horrible.
annoying.
But it's making my
awful.
eyelid twitch as well, so it looks like I'm
Yeah.
having some kind of
Seizure.
Seizure, yeah.
What you want to
See,
do
I
is you
did-
just want to tell it to calm down.
And this is how I knew you were enjoying the episode. Just to go back to why we got into this in the first instance. So again,
Looked at
we
his
hope that
Twitch.
you've enjoyed it. We hope you've had fun during the quiz, and you can get in touch and tell us how you got on, or maybe you can get in touch and tell us what your favourite brainworm is and
Oh, yeah.
why.
Or
It's the kind of
bacon.
stuff that we want to know.
What kind of bacon do you like?
Norwood bacon. It's the only kind of bacon I like.
We've got a brand name as well there. Wow.
Norwood bacon. That's the
Stamped by Kevin Bacon.
And on that note, come on, let's get out of here. Let's bring it to an end. Thanks very much for listening, people. We enjoy your company. We'll see you next time. I've been Sam.
I've been Kevin.
And I've been bacon.
Bacon for now. Bacon!